Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brooks, and here we talk about beauty, lifestyle, career growth, and the real world lessons that help us keep moving forward. If that's your kind of content, you're in the right place. So let's get started. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I did everything right. Why isn't this working? I've asked myself that question more than once. For those of you who do not know me, I am a wife, mother, caregiver, professional, and entrepreneur, and someone who has had to start over more times than I planned. And if there's one lesson that life has taught me, it's a setback is not the end of your story. But there was a time I didn't believe that. For more than 18 years, I was a military spouse. So every few years, we packed up our lives and we moved. Every few years, I had to start over professionally. Just when I found my footing, built relationships, and gained momentum, it was time to begin again somewhere else. At first, I thought those moves were holding me back, right? But looking back, they were teaching me something. They were teaching me how to adapt, how to rebuild, how to keep moving forward even when circumstances change. What I didn't know then was that those lessons would prepare me for an even bigger challenge. So let's fast forward. Years later, I found myself pursuing a doctorate. I had invested years of my life, countless hours, sacrifices, late nights, tears, missed opportunities. I wasn't just earning a degree, I was pursuing a dream. And then something happened that changed everything. I found myself in a position where I was no longer able to continue the program. So after years of work, I was all but dissertation. I was close enough to see the finish line, close enough to see the finish line. And suddenly I felt like everything had been taken away. For a moment, just a little moment, I was embarrassed. I was disappointed. I was angry. I questioned myself. I questioned my abilities. I questioned whether I should continue at all. Have you ever worked so hard for something that when it fell apart, you didn't just lose the opportunity? It's like you lost a piece of your confidence. That's where I found myself. And for a while, I stared at the closed door. I could not believe this door had closed in my face. I replayed what happened. I replayed the disappointment. I replayed my frustration, the loss. But eventually, I realized something. The dream wasn't dead. The path had changed. Those are two very different things. Sometimes we mistake a detour for a dead end. And sometimes we think because one opportunity didn't work out, that every opportunity is gone. And sometimes we think because one chapter has ended, that the entire book is over. But it isn't. The degree wasn't the dream. The dream was growth. The dream was becoming the person capable of finishing. The dream was proving to myself that I can do hard things. And once I understood that, I stopped focusing on what I lost and I started focusing on what was still possible. So I started again. And here's my dissertation. I didn't start again because it was easy, not because I wanted to, but because I refused to allow one setback to have the final word. Eventually, I was at the finish line. I crossed the finish line. But here's the truth. The degree wasn't the greatest victory. The greatest victory was refusing to quit, because the life didn't stop testing me after that. There were still career challenges, business challenges, family challenges, seasons of caregiving, moments when I was exhausted, moments when I wasn't sure how everything was going to work out, moments when I felt stretched in every direction. But every challenge reminded me of the same lesson. You don't have to win every battle to win your life. Sometimes winning looks like getting up again. It looks like trying again. It looks like continuing when nobody would blame you for quitting. So maybe your setback isn't a degree program. Maybe it's a business that failed. Maybe it's a job you lost. Maybe it's a relationship that ended. Maybe it's a diagnosis you never expected. Maybe it's a dream that seems farther away than it did yesterday. Whatever it is, I want you to hear this. One difficult chapter does not determine the rest of your story. One disappointment does not erase your potential. One closed door does not mean there are no doors left to open. The dream didn't die. The path changed. And sometimes the path you never wanted is the path that ultimately leads you to where you're supposed to be. Thank you for spending this time with me. And if you are walking through a difficult season right now, leave a comment. Let me know what life lesson is teaching you. I want you to remember to keep going. Your story isn't over yet. It's not over. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. No matter what season you're in, I want you to keep your faith, stay focused on your goals, and remember that resilience is built one day at a time. So until next time, this is Brooks reminding you to rise with purpose, lead with confidence, and live with intention. I'll see you in the next video.